You clicked on this video because you'd like to learn ways to get out of fight or flight. And today I'm going to show you 4 science-backed ways of exactly how to do that. My name is Zara. I'm an occupational therapist and I have an undergrad in psychology and neuroscience, and I've made it my life's mission to be able to help people relax and regulate their nervous systems. So the first skill that we're going to talk about is called the physiological sigh. And this is a well-studied tool that can instantly put you in a parasympathetic state. The way that this tool works is to take an inhale, an extra sip of air at the top, and then a long exhale like you're fogging up a mirror right in front of your face. So let's try it together. You inhale, extra sip of air at the top, and a long exhale like you're fogging up a mirror. Let's do it a couple more times. Just notice how that makes you feel. What's happening here is that you're doubly inflating the alveoli in the lungs, those tiny sacs of air, and you're offloading more CO2. When you do that, it helps to regulate the nervous system. A longer exhale also engages your parasympathetic nervous system, which is what we want to have engaged when we're relaxing and coming into that soothed and regulated state. So that's a really good tool that you can use. You want to do it maybe 5 to 10 times. You could do it every day if you want. The next tool that we're going to talk about is called the basic exercise. And when they've done tests of the vagus nerve, so this is the nerve that puts us into a parasympathetic or relaxed state, they noticed that before and after doing the basic exercise, people had better vagus nerve functioning. And we need that vagus nerve functioning if we want to be relaxed and regulated. So how to do this exercise: put your hands together like this, put them behind your head, and then what you're going to do is, without turning the neck or the head at all, you're going to look to the left. So almost like you're looking toward your left elbow without straining. So you don't want to strain too hard with the eyes, just a gentle look to the left without turning the head or neck. And you're going to hold this for about a minute while you're taking nice deep breaths. So you always want to make your exhale longer than your inhale, because that helps to relax you. And then the same thing on the other side. So you look to the right and you hold again for about a minute while you're doing nice deep breaths. So this works on a couple levels. The reason why this works so well is because this is a position that we would not do if we were in danger, right? We're exposing all of our internal organs. So if there was like a lion in front of you, you're not going to be doing this because it could do one swipe and really injure you. So we're communicating to the body, through the body, that we're safe, that there's no threat in the environment just from the position itself. Also, if you think about being in a stressful environment or being in a traumatic situation, if there was a lion in front of you, you would be locked in on that lion, right? You would be looking straight ahead and you'd be looking exactly at the threat. So when we stretch out our eyes, it gives us an opportunity to tell the body, hey, look, we're not looking directly at something, we're looking to the side. So that means somatically that there's no threat in the environment. So it's a way of communicating in a language that the body actually understands. The next one that we're going to be doing is orienting to safety. So when you are in fight or flight, the nervous system believes that there is some kind of danger present. You might not think that logically. You might not be thinking, oh, I'm in danger, but some part of your nervous system does, because you wouldn't engage fight or flight if you didn't think that there was danger. So I know it sounds kind of weird, but one of the ways that we can orient to safety is to orient to the current time and place. When you're in fight or flight, you might think that you're actually in the trauma that you've experienced in the past. So if you've been in a car accident, you had a chaotic childhood or something like that, your nervous system might think, I'm 6 years old and I'm experiencing trauma. So one of the things we can do is just orient the system to time and place. I am this many years old, I am in my room, I am in this town. You're letting your system know that you're here and now and not still in that traumatic event. Because your amygdala doesn't really have time-stamped memories. It's not very good at knowing when and where things are. So we have to help it understand. We have to help that fear center in your brain, which is pushing you into fight or flight, understand that you are here and now. You might even want to put a hand on your heart and say to yourself, I am safe enough, right? And the enough is important because we're never 100% safe. Anything could happen anytime, but I am safe enough. And I know, even if you logically feel like, I know I'm safe, your amygdala is like a little toddler and it's hijacking the brain when you're in fight or flight, and it needs to hear, I am safe enough. So you can try that and you can kind of see how it feels in the body and notice if there's any bit of relief when you say that. The fourth and final skill that I'm going to teach you today is cupping. So with this, what you do is you warm your hands. So you want to make them nice and warm, and then you cup them over your eyes. So again, think about this somatically. Soma just means body. So how is this communicating safety to the body? Well, if there was a threat in your environment, again, you would be locked in on that threat. If your eyes are relaxed, so they're not squeezed shut, they're not directly looking at a threat, but your eyes are able to relax and feel the warmth of your hands, that is communicating safety to the body. So just feeling the warmth of your hands, you might even massage a little bit, kind of like a cat, making bread, just very gently. You don't want to go too hard around the eyes. And then around the eyes too, you can massage, you can feel. When we're in fight or flight, you might not know this, but when we're in fight or flight, our eyes get tense. It's one of the first things that happens when we go into fight or flight. So communicating that safety through the eyes is really important. I hope that you enjoyed this video and were able to take some of these techniques with you. If you tried them out during this video, let me know how they made you feel in the comments, and you can always subscribe and follow for more.